For our main story, let's talk about slavery. No white people come back. Even today, the topic of slavery still brings up so many hot-button issues. Racism, Confederate statues, and lately, reparations. Should America compensate the descendants of slaves? For a long time, reparations were considered a radical idea. But recently, it's become a lot more mainstream, you know? Sort of like how we used to think hitchhiking was a crazy idea, but now we have a rating system for it and an app, and we're like, yeah, it's fine. Jake didn't murder me, 5 stars. And you can tell how mainstream the idea of reparations has become, because pretty much every single one of the 89 Democrats running for president has gotten on board.
Some 2020 Democratic presidential hopefuls are putting a new spin on an old idea, whether to pay direct descendants of slaves.
I've long believed that this country should address the original sin of slavery, including by looking at reparations.
I think that we have got to address that, again, it's back to the inequities.
I absolutely believe that we need to have some kind of accounting for the persistent racial inequities today.
I believe it's time to start the national, full-blown conversation about reparations in this country.
Wow, that is really great to hear. Although, I have my eye on you, Elizabeth Warren. I feel like as soon as reparations are passed, she'll be like, there's something I didn't tell you about my ancestry results. I'm also 1/20th black. Who knew? I accept cash, check, or Apple Pay. Now, it may not come as a surprise, but while Democrats seem to be uniting behind the idea of reparations, people on the right are just as united behind the idea of hell no.
It is the party of reparations. Presidential candidates say Americans should be rewarded or punished based on their skin color.
My great-great-grandfather, he fought with the Union Army. Do I get a discount?
No need to grapple with practical questions about the proposal, like how you determine who receives and who pays for the reparations, how much it would cost, whether Nigerians who just arrived here would benefit.
Okay, what? That's just a stupid question. Nigerians don't need reparations, all right? They've already been paid by Jussie Smollett, okay? What are you talking about? And look, obviously, there are a lot of details that would need to be figured out if America did decide to go with reparations, but that's not a reason to just dismiss it out of hand. Like, you can make anything sound crazy by asking questions in a skeptical tone. I'm sorry, you want to have sex? So what? You're just going to put a part of you inside a part of me, and then what? Just put it in and then pull it out and do it over and over again? And then what? The penis throws up and then there's a baby? I don't know. It doesn't seem very realistic to me. And now, surprisingly, there are some folks at Fox News who think there should be reparations, but maybe reparations for white people.
They keep blaming America for the sin of slavery, but the truth is, throughout human history, slavery has existed, and America came along as the first country to end it within 150 years, and we get no credit for that.
Yeah. How come America doesn't get credit for having slavery for only 200 years? Yeah. It's one of the dumbest arguments I've ever heard. First of all, there are many countries that got rid of slavery much faster than the US, all right? Second of all, you don't get credit for doing a bad thing less than someone else, okay? That's like R. Kelly saying, guys, get over it. Have you seen the Michael Jackson documentary? And now, to be fair, there are some people on the right who are willing to consider reparations. But unfortunately, what they're saying is that slave ship has just sailed.
It is impossible to come up with a fair metric for recompensing slavery 10 generations after slavery's end.
How do you calculate the financial penalty for injustices that my great-grandfather committed against somebody else's great-grandfather?
Nobody alive today has a grandparent who was a slave. And in that sense, I think you reach a point where, you know, you need to move on.
Yeah! Move on, people. It's over. You know, it's funny how with slavery, these people are like, get over it, that's history. But if you try and take down a Confederate statue, it's like, how dare you, that's history.